Hello, it's a pleasure to see you all again. I'm your returning host, Ethan Nguyen, and on episode 2 of Smash Course Full of History, we won't even be talking about history. We'll be talking about the present and the future. Today, let's discuss how many people Earth can hold now and 100 years from now. So, the world. This giant floating rock currently supports over 7.5 billion people. But how many can it hold at the max? Our two deciding factors to figure this out are Earth's water supply and global warming. We chose water because it's probably the most essential inorganic compound to support life, and we need a constant supply of it to continue living. Global warming is our second factor, which concerns us because of the Industrial Revolution. So far, us greedy humans have had quite an impact on the environment, and it'll only continue to get worse. Now, let's see what Earth is capable of supporting in 2018. But before that, what exactly do we mean by support? Well, you should have a roof, 4 walls, and running water. You should have enough water to shower, drink, and do your dishes. Water is a pretty hot topic. It's the lifeblood of humans, the very essence of living organisms, but many people are left without access to it. But what if water were distributed equally among everyone? Those of us who are better off than others often waste water without even thinking about it. I myself am guilty of that as well. The average American uses 100 gallons per day, but let's cut it down to 60 across every single person. After running the calculations, we estimate a usable water supply of 25 quadrillion, 629 trillion, 966 billion, 92 million, 206,080 gallons. That's a mouthful. Divided by x times 60, we can figure out what number of people will consume the water at what rate. Boy, did this math really hurt my brain, but we eventually discovered that, for an 85-year water supply, Earth can support 13,678,448,075 people. That's quite a bit more than our current population. Like I said before, some people simply don't have access to water, despite its apparent abundance for some of us. Article 3 of the UDHR states that everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person, but without water, there isn't much of a life left. If all of us water hoggers took the step to cut down on usage and help those in need, we could potentially be able to support all 13 billion of our estimated people.
Despite water scarcity in the world, turns out we have enough to go around if we just share with each other. Enough for 13 billion people. Now, how about 100 years in the future? This time, we won't be talking about water as much as climate change. 100 years later, we're pretty sure we'll have the technology to both filter ocean water and access at least 0.5% of Earth's clean water supply, as opposed to the 0.007% available to us in 2018. That's over 100 times more water. This graph shows us how much our water supply will rise over the course of 100 years. But if there's enough water to support a copious amount of people, doesn't that mean we'll eventually run out of space? We're all familiar with a little something called global warming. And 100 years from now, you can bet it'll have progressed even further. Because of glacial melting and the subsequent rising sea levels, we believe that about 5% of Earth's land will be consumed by the Big Blue in 2118. This line graph shows our projected decrease in land over 20-year intervals. To calculate how much space is available for living, we also removed another 80% to account for uninhabitable areas and places like roads and stores where you won't be living. Out of 28,177,000 square kilometers left, we can now find out how many people we can hold before bursting. We decided to use 750 square feet of housing per person, converted to 0.00007 square kilometers. We divided this into our total living space and found that Earth can support 402,528,571,429 people. That is a really big number, so accounting for food availability and other things, we have decided on a maximum of 75,680,291,866 people. We obviously want to achieve this number, but maybe we can get closer than we think. Article 29 of the UNDHR states that everyone has the duty to serve their community while still being able to develop themselves. This means, while we are free to ourselves, we still have to contribute something for the welfare of the people around us. One of these civic duties should be reducing our emissions, or carbon footprint, which is the amount of carbon dioxide and other carbon compounds emitted by a person. While we can't stop global warming, we can do our best to slow it down in order to keep our land safe and prevent the polar bears from dying.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching episode 2 of Smash Course World History.
We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Have a good one.
See you next time. Alright, now turn that recording on.